Hello everyone, it's SystemCollapse and this is Stoneblock 2. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I'm having pretty amazing one myself. But in between episodes, I did a bit of stuff, but before we even get into that, I want to kind of cover a little bit of stuff here. So all the kind of backpacks in this mod have been disabled. So like Iron Backpack, disabled due to a bug. So it's still in the pack, so if you have one during this patch, there's actually two patches put out. The first one, they kind of knee-jerked, I think, and pulled this mod out of the pack, which made it so anyone that loaded in with Backpack and didn't read the patch notes kind of completely would have lost everything that was in their backpack. I actually saw it, and I actually removed everything in my bag, put it into an inventory, and everything is safe. But then they kind of put out a second patch where it left it in, and it just disabled it. It says, left a note, I guess, is disabled due to a bug. They also did things like the Traveler Sack, and the alchemical bags are still there, so that's cool. So at least you have that option, although you're going to have to get to an Empowerer to be able to actually make these, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, don't see other inventories options, really. I do have one we're going to use, but we're not going to be actually using a physical bag. But that is definitely a thing that happened. It is unfortunate, but at the same time, I think it's due to a dupe bug, like I said. I've been able to dupe inventories for quite a while. There's actually about 3 different ways for me to do it. I usually never talk about it because, well, people just take that information, go to servers, and just abuse it. A lot of people know this stuff, especially if you watch certain streamers. I mean, like Dark Hosto or Soren or someone like that. Those guys know all the bugs, right? So anyway, definitely a thing. It definitely happened. And right now, if you log in, you're safe. Yeah, I mean, get the newest patch if you haven't updated yet, because I think they took the other one down, so you don't have to worry about it. So I think you'll still have your backpack and are able to use it. So that is the thing. So in between episodes, I went ahead and worked on a bunch of chickens. You kind of see that here. I got a whole bunch of quartz. It is producing very quickly. This guy's a 10-10-10. If you look at this thing here, it's kind of just filled up with random chickens with all different stats. It is all over the place. And every once in a while, you will have to kind of clean these out, but not a big deal. And we're going to go ahead and breed a couple more. I noticed that I forgot to do the yellow chicken, so I need to throw him in there real quick. I need to get him leveled up. I think the yellow and another one, and we can get our glowstone, which was one of the most important ones to do other than this nether quartz. But that is the thing. Let's go ahead and grab, might as well do the snowball. Redstone, I thought I was going to be able to do him too, but we can do this one. So log, lapis, sand, and red. So let's grab sand, red, and it was log and lapis. Get that done. I have these other breeders kind of set up for crossbreeding. So to crossbreed, you just kind of throw them in breeder, 2 different kinds, and every once in a while you have a chance of getting them. So you have to kind of wait for a bit. We technically, I guess, need 2 of them before we can actually breed them. It's breeding them 10-10-10 too? What? Are you serious? No, it's because they're not crossbred. I was all like ecstatic for a second. This is making different copies of them right now. That one's taking a little while. We actually already got 2 of the redstone ones. So you can see there, we actually got a quest just for crossbreeding them. Then we can take them, throw them in breeders. Did kind of move on with life. The snowball one isn't really dire need, although we just got 1. Are you gonna give me a second one? You did too. Sweet. Then I can kind of finish that off. Otherwise, I was just gonna leave it there. The next thing we're gonna work on is actually a solution for our inventory. Since we don't have a bag now. So the way I updated my pack, I actually lost my bags. So some of you may not have inventories, and new players right now, if they start the pack, don't have a bag. So I'm going to come up, I kind of came up, I guess, with a bag solution. We're going to go ahead and do that real quick, and kind of get that kind of all solved. Let's pop that in there. I saw that. We're going to need you. We're also going to need pumpkin, which is down here. Let's go ahead and get this puppy. The inventory we're going to make is actually in our inventory. So it's an inventory that's inside our inventory, which is pretty cool. And there's no way you could dupe it. So there's no reason for them to get rid of it. So that is pretty fantastic. We do need a couple things here. I think we also need some bricks. So let's go ahead and do that. Get that done. And we should have pretty much everything else for this, hopefully. See how it goes here. The one we're going to make is called, it's from Cyclic. What is it? Inventory, this one here, upgrade. It's going to add an inventory to our inventory, which is pretty fantastic. And we can access it with hotkey and stuff, so that's pretty cool. We need to make pumpkin pie. Need to make this bakeware, so go ahead and do that. Go ahead and make the pumpkin pie here. You can use this here, so there's different options. So I went with pumpkin, sugar, and an egg, because that's the easiest for us. Then we'll need a cookie, but you need cocoa powder, so grab that. Then you go ahead and grab some cocoa. There you go. And we should be able to make a cookie now. And that should be pretty much everything except for the cake and the salmon. I don't know why there's a salmon in there, but there definitely is. But we have cakes from chest, so we don't have to craft that one. And salmon I should have in here actually. So let's go ahead and grab you, because that comes from chest as well. And with this puppy, we can actually just eat this, so it is an edible item. And we'll just get that done. Sweet. And now we have a new tab in here and an inventory. So I'll be able to store my tools somewhere. Let's go to options, go to controls. I think I already changed one of the keys for this, because I knew I was going to do it. Go here, go to category. And I changed mine to numpad 4, but I will have to kind of search up side click there. That is pretty cool. Is there a way? There's like a two kind of, I don't know how that one works. Maybe someone knows how that works. But it shows like a swappable armor thing. I don't know how that works there. But there is a way to kind of swap it between inventories. Yeah, I probably could have just read closer, but it doesn't really matter. Pretty cool, pretty awesome, and pretty done. We actually have 10 quests. Let's go ahead and grab those. Holy moly, we got 2 more quests accepting those quests, so that is neat. Let's go here. No, it didn't actually pop up. Were they quests or not? Oh, it just automatically grabbed them? Is that what happened there? I have no idea. That is cool though. We got a whole bunch of stuff on the ground here. We just got a ton of loot. I was not expecting to get so much. Let's go ahead and drop you off. Oh, we got water bills. Before we do anything, I'm gonna grab 2 of those water bills. Grab our angel ring that we got earlier in the pack. Take that right there. Combine this. Sweet. We now have a flying ring. Flying ring is really cool. So the regular angel ring takes 32 GP grid power to actually use, which is what you use water bills to kind of produce. But since we have this version, I can fly now with no grid power. It takes the kind of requirement off it. We got 2 laser guns. Imaginary time block. That thing is ridiculous. We got some ender chest. We got some cores. I don't need you. That's pretty normal. These are becoming normal at this point. Some more of them, which is good. So here's more power storage, which is nice. We got some good storage. We actually did really good. 2 draconic evolution generators, which aren't that great. Duction smelter might be nice. Another kit. Candles? What is this? Increases nearby spawns when lit. We may have to try that. Advanced item collector. We made out pretty good though. We got some pretty good stuff. And we actually have some more here. We got some phantom faces, which is cool. A building gadget. I've been meaning to try this thing out. Like, people keep yelling at me to use it. And I keep just not getting to it. And now I don't have an excuse. Hoppers. This could actually repair things, but it's very inefficient. Just gonna throw that out there. We already have repair talisman. But if you need something to repair, you just give that power. It'll repair things, so that is pretty cool. And a redstone furnace. So we got some really good stuff here, actually. Oh, we got this one. This one is, I think, yeah, 12.8 million RF storage. Let's go ahead and pop that puppy down. Spinning in circles out of excitement, though. Let's go ahead and do that. Sweet. Now we have 13.1 million RF kind of storage, which is awesome. I can set up the other basics as well. That thing, I think, the craft actually takes 6 of these. This is the way that works. But there's also a gargantuan. So we made out like a bandit, man. This thing, I have no clue how to use it. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to something else here. And okay, the next thing we're going to get into is going to be AE2. So we're going to go ahead and set up an inventory system to kind of take care of our entire mess of our base right now. But as I was kind of moving all of our tools into our new inventory here, I found this. We have a swapping button that I just never noticed before. So that is how you swap your armor back and forth. So yeah, definitely a thing. I'm going to need this as well, so I might as well grab that. And yeah, anyway, let's get to this. So one of the main components to AE2 is fluix crystals. To make this stuff, drop 1 charge Certus quartz, 1 nether quartz, and 1 redstone dust into a puddle. Now, we already have some of this. I kind of recognize we're going to need more. We're probably going to need way more than what we have, right? But I'm going to go ahead and do that there. And then grab a bucket of water. Pop that right there. We should be able to take that stuff and just kind of throw it into this puddle. And that should transform. There we go. Took a couple seconds there. Just gets all done. And basically, it doubles up what we had. So we put in like 40 of each. So it makes 80, I think is the way it works there. And that'll kind of get us going. And that is cool. I think we need... Actually, we don't need any more of that right this second. We have these blocks. Like, we've been getting a lot of the stuff from loot crates, which is pretty fantastic. One of the things we need to make right away is this here. This is an energy acceptor. You could also make a... What is it called there? A controller. Let's go ahead and check that out real quick. I'm just going to go with the energy acceptor right now. But you need a processor first, and you have to get in Skystone. This way we don't have to kind of do that at this point. So we're just going to go and do the energy acceptor. And basically this just switches regular power over to the mod's power. But to do that, we need some quartz glass. And I did kind of crush down nether quartz. And that's all that is, just sag melt down nether quartz. So I have that done as well. But that's going to make it so we can make, well, a good amount of this glass here. So I'll get that done. And there we go. Got an energy acceptor. And temporarily, I'm just going to throw it here. Good thing about this is when it's set up, it's going to be very portable. It'll just be a few blocks. Anyway, let's do that there. Pop that there. Now, we have AE2 power, but we don't have much going on, right? One thing we got for free from our, I guess our loot, is this here. This is the ME drive. This thing's going to make it so we can kind of house all of our storage drives once we have them made, and it can hold up to 10. So that is pretty cool. We don't have to worry about that component. The rest of the components we're going to need to kind of get this working is going to be a crafting terminal. And I guess on top of that, all we really need is some 1Ks. I don't have those kind of queued up here. These puppies right here. So I'm just going to kind of get that listed. And to do those, though, we need these circuits. So the processors, guess what they're called. And to do those, we need these printeds. And to make those printeds, we need these kind of logic presses. So it's a little bit of work, but once you have it set up, it's not too big a deal. But we're going to kind of work towards that. So to get that going, first off, one thing we are going to need are some inscribers. Let's go ahead and grab a couple inscribers, probably 2 of them at this point. So let's go ahead and grab for you, then probably this one here. Let's grab that. We also have a kind of support mod to this, which is called the AE2 stuff, which makes better versions of a lot of the AE2 machines, so the inscribers and the growth chambers. So once we can, we will be switching over to these, so that is definitely something. But anyway, let's take these inscribers and just kind of pop them down. Let's make a couple of, what are they called here? Flux cable. This is the main cabling for the mod. There is different types. We're just going to go with the base level at this point. We need some quartz fiber though, so let's go ahead and grab some more of this. This is one of the reasons I want to have nether quartz done. This is going to make our life easier all around, have a lot of this stuff. So we can just kind of grind it down. A lot of times you can use Certus instead, but Certus right now, I haven't set up saving yet. So it isn't really that big of an option. I'm just going to link that up. That will power these machines here, so that's cool. Next thing we're going to need is a growth chamber. And we're going to go straight to the AE2 stuff one. So to do that, we need these here. And I think we need 6 of these, I think. Let's grab that. Check that out. Yeah, we needed 6. That's good. Let's go ahead and grab a chest here. And we could also grab, I believe we had... what was I trying to grab here? Hoppers. Yeah, we got some free hoppers, didn't we? Let's do that. Go ahead and grab you. And then there we got ourselves our upgraded growth chamber here. So what I need here is to be able to kind of grow crystals. And that's what this kind of puppy facilitates. There's seeds we can make to make like different kind of like pure ones. So we need to make this one here, pure Certus. It is one of the ones we need to make one of the presses, and we're going to need to be able to make more of them anyway. But the only way to really do it is to grow it. You can grow them in a puddle. So if I go here, I guess, and check that out, it says drop a Certus quartz seed made from a Certus quartz dust and sand into a puddle. Problem is, it's really slow. So this thing's going to kind of speed that up, and that's kind of the idea. But anyway, let's go ahead. Certus quartz dust, I guess is what it says. We have a bunch of Certus around here somewhere. Here we go. That stuff you can get from sieving, you can find it mining, same as the charged, so it isn't like it's a super hard thing to get, but it is something you definitely want there. Let's go ahead and just get that ground down. I have this thing set to push-pull right now, so basically I can just put things in this chest, it gets pulled down, it gets ground, and it gets pushed back up into the chest, which is kind of neat. Anyway, we'll just do like 32 of those right now. Then I guess we'll just go ahead and make some of the seeds here, so we just go like that, that there we go, get some of the seeds. We should be able to take these now and throw them in here. As long as it's powered it is, you can see there the percentage is actually going up quite quickly. And that's exactly what we want to see. Once that hits 100%, we kind of push forward. Let's go ahead and grab all our bar, because I think we need 4 blocks of it. And that's what we're going to actually need the induction smelter for. There was 2 ways of doing these presses too, and I'll kind of show that in a second. This just seemed like the much easier way to me. So yeah, we're doing it this way. Anyway, let's go here. Go to press, and these presses are used to make all the processors, right? So do it, you can do it with these, so with like the essence, or you can do it here with bar and kind of the base component. We're just gonna go that route. We got 64 of the pures now. We should be able to just do that. Oh, maybe. Why isn't it taking that, actually? Where is that one? It's the calculation, right? I think for that. Right there. Maybe it has to take this first. No. Wait a second. I'm so confused. I'm actually legitimately confused here. Oh, does that one take basic? Oh, I didn't even need the pures at this point. I was just so used to doing it normally that I'm a total derp. So yeah, anyway, we didn't need the pures yet. So we could have just did this. I could have just did this. Oops, and did that, apparently. Turn off the flux there. And that'll handle that one. Then we'll need a piece of, I guess, a diamond. We'll also need a gold and a silicon, which I already have on me, don't we? The silicon you can make, I believe, from quartz, right? Let's go to recipe on that. Go to here, go to sag mill. That is not the one we want. There's two kinds here. I think we want the AE2 stuff. It gave us both as a reward for some reasons. So you can use Certus quartz dust, or you can use nether quartz dust. And just kind of smelt it down, it looks like, is the way to do it. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Anyway, we should have that done, right? Oh yeah, it's in this one, right? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and toss those in there. Let's make the next one here. And we'll just make all 4 of these presses and to kind of push forward. That'll handle that. Maybe a diamond. There we go. And there we go. We should just need... Those two look so close for a second. I was actually afraid I made them... I doubled up on one. There we go. And there we go. We got all of our presses now. Now these presses are used to make the circuits, like I keep saying. One of them, we're going to just put the silicon in. I'm just going to take a whole bunch of the silicon. This is going to slowly make what's called printed silicon. And then we can take that and kind of use it to make a lot of the other stuff here. Let's go ahead and grab some redstone. And I think the first one we're going to make, actually, once we do this, I want to make the acceleration cards. So let's check this out, because it's going to make this process a little quicker. So let's do this. So we need advanced cards. So we need calculation processors. And those ones are the pures. So let's go this route. Let's go to calculation. Then we're going to grab, how many of these we need? Like 5, I think. And I'm just going to kind of push 5 of those through there really quick. They're going to get turned into these printed ones. One of the problems with these base level inscribers, and one of the reasons I want to get away from them real quick, is I can only put 1 item into it at a time. Then it just kind of sits there. You know what I mean? So even the silicon right now, because I kind of forgot about that, is just sitting there, right? So I need to keep kind of swapping back and forth like a Nimrod and getting this done. But once we get to the upgraded ones, we won't have to do this anymore. We'll kind of go way faster. How many of those do I have so far? I have that. What are the right there, right? I said 5, right? So let's get 5 of them done. There we go. There's 4. That'll handle our silicon. And this will handle the acceleration. I just need one of these really fast at this point. Then we can kind of push forward. That's cool. And then we can take that. So the way this works is you pull that out, throw in the circuit, the printed, throw in that, and then throw in the printed silicon. That kind of facilitates that there. There we go. Then we'll get an actual processor. Is basically what we're trying to do here. So let's do that again. And we're going to do this 5 times. This is our life now. This is the life we live. But anyway, we'll just go ahead and get it done. Won't take too long, but at the same time, once you get past this point, it just is so good. It's just so much better. It's just getting to that first inscriber, right? It's definitely something we got to do here. Didn't I have one more? You know what? If I only got 4 of these, I'm fine. Let's go with what we have. Let's go to acceleration. Go to here. Grab that many of them. That'll give us 8 anyway. And then we could take those and just kind of do this, right? Sweet. And have 8 of them. And we can start speeding these up now. So that's cool. Let's go to inscriber real quick. I want to see exactly what we need for the advanced. So we need engineering processors. So we're going to go ahead and do another 4 more of these, right? So we're going to go ahead and get some more silicon in there. Do the engineerings, I believe, are diamonds. So we'll need 2 diamonds. I'll probably need some more than that. Probably 2 more. That there. And I can kind of speed this up now. So this one actually takes longer, I think. So let's put like 3 there. Let's put 3 there. That's fine. Just do that there. You can see how much faster that is, which is kind of what we want. But, get a diamond in there. Sweet. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. And 1 more time. And that should be the end of the painful stuff. I just need 1 more silicon, right? And then we're good. Awesome. So just pull you out, get you there, there, and there. Yeah, we're almost there, man. Just so close. Oh, I do have more silicon. So confused where stuff's going. But anyway, sweet and sweet. So we have all of that stuff. So that handles that part. We should be able to take both of these two. So let's go you and you. Sweet. Get these ones upgraded to the next level now, which is exactly what we want. And is pretty amazing. Let's go over here. Sweet. Go here. Sweet. So these ones here, like I said, are different. So I can go ahead and grab, say, the silicon now. So where's the silicon? Actually, first off, let's get the upgrades that were there. Oh, they're right here. I feel like I lost an upgrade. But anyway, let's do that. Get 3 into that one. 3 in that one. Oh, we got one right here. It wasn't stacked. That was confusing me for a second. Go ahead and grab the silicon. Throw it in there. Then I can just do a whole bunch of silicon. I don't have to wait anymore. And these ones, you can see how much faster they are. So that is really awesome. This one over here, we're going to do... What do we need next, actually? I think we need a whole bunch of logics. So to do logics, we need this one. Then we need gold, right? So let's go ahead and grab some gold here. Let's do like 60 of these because I think we need a fair amount of them. Let's do that. And then I guess we can keep that on us for right now. Then kind of push forward. And once we do this, we could switch over to the actual processors. That'd be kind of take care of that. The silicon, you need like silicon for every circuit. So it's nice to have one dedicated just to do that. Because otherwise you're just waiting forever. Here we go. There's 16 of those. Let's throw redstone in there. That in there. And the printed. Start getting that going. So next thing we're going to get going here is our 1K drives. So that's these here. These drives are a little weird. They can only hold 63 different types of items. It didn't like a set amount of items on top of that. I don't know what the numbers is like for the maxes. But we need a logic processor for every one of those. Which is kind of why I'm doing that. There we go. Go ahead and go right there. Grab, hopefully, 10 of those. Nope. We showed our redstone. Looks like it. Go ahead and grab some of that. Head over here, and hopefully we can grab 4 more of those. Awesome. Then we just go ahead and kind of add them to the housings here, which is exactly what we want. These things apparently don't stack. I did not remember that, actually. Here we go. And now we actually have storage. The last thing we need here is actually a crafting terminal to access all this, right? And then technically we're good to go. So to do the terminal, let's go over here. Terminal. Let's see everything we need here. We might have most of it because I think we needed logics and I already made them. We need 2 flux dust though, so that is really easy. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and seg 2 of those down. Sweet and sweet. We need to make, I think it's called annihilation cores and formation cores is what it wants there. Nothing special about them other than the crafting components, to be honest. They just have real fancy names. Let's do that there. And then we're going to need a basic terminal, which is right there. Awesome. Then we should be able to go to our regular MB terminal, which can access the storage menu, but can't do crafting. And then we're going to need a crafting table. And what was the last component? 1 more calculation, and we're good to go. So calculation, I guess we'll do it right here. Let's pull you out, pull you out. We need calculation. Pop you right there. That handles that puppy. Pop it right back in. Give us some redstone, hopefully. Printed silicon. Cool. And I think we're good to go. Awesome. Let's go grab our actual crafting terminal. And there we go. I think we have a working AE2 system. So if I kind of pop that stuff there, that's awesome. That is actually really good. And for the most part, this isn't too bad. I was a little worried about this. I didn't think we would be able to access like any of these things over here from JA bookmarks. Looks like the buttons just kind of sit on top of 2 of them, which isn't too bad. I mean, we could still use this, but we're pretty much done with all this stuff. So I can just kind of go a whole lot and make it all go away. Sweet. So yeah, we have a working system now. I can basically take all this stuff, just throw it in there. And all I really need to do now, I guess, is grab all of our materials and from all these different crates and fill this thing up. So I might do that, then we might move this thing upstairs and start living our new life. There we go. I went ahead and got the bulk of our items kind of in here, so that is pretty cool. You kind of look at the drives here and see that 2 of them are completely full. The way they work here, you kind of see here that there's like 47 to 63 types. They can only hold a maximum of 63 different items, but that doesn't include how many kind of, I guess there's kind of 2 factors being factored at once. So they actually, like the bytes is actually limited their capacity as well. So if you have 1 item and have a whole bunch of it, it still doesn't matter. You can't hold it. It can only hold so many items. I don't know the calculation. I don't know. I don't think it's 1 item per byte. I'm really not sure how it works there. Every time I look up how many items the things can hold, I always go to their wiki because I really don't know how that works, to be honest. But yeah, definitely weird little mechanic, but definitely how it works there. But you can see here, whichever it hits first. So if it hits 6 items, it's done. You can still take more items, but it can't take different types of items. But you can still fill it up with a single item as well. It's kind of how it works there. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and kind of break this here. I did kind of get everything in here. This thing's going super fast. I always forget how quick this pick is. I am going to end up moving everything from our base up there. But for right now, I just care about this little setup, which is pretty cool. We're just going to head up here somewhere. Probably do it somewhere pretty central. Maybe like, let's use this pick. There we go. Make sure that is center. And then grab that. I believe down there, yeah, I actually have a ferroflare lantern. Kind of lighting up this area, keeping it all safe and all that goody stuff. But anyway, let's pick a direction. Let's go this way. Let's go ahead and throw all of our drives in because they're kind of important. There you go. We do need to give it power as well, but we'll do that in a second. Go ahead and grab you and you. And in time, I'll make it so you can't actually see this energy acceptor. It will end up switching to a controller now. This energy acceptor can only power 8 machines. So AE2 works on a channel system. This thing can only handle 8 channels. So it is its max, but it kind of suited my needs for now. Didn't I give it power? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I'm a total derp. Let's go ahead and grab this. This has to get connected to that, right? So let's go ahead, pop that on there, and then go to main, right? So everything's good there. And maybe we can get out of here now. I totally forgot I had flight now. It's just like, what the heck? Why am I flying? But anyway, let's go here, here, here. And go there, there. And we should have our working system on the upper floor here. And that is really cool. So like I said, I'll move all my machines up here. But there's one last thing I kind of want to work on in this episode. But before I do, I didn't show this at all. I was working on this. This is all items from Architecture Craft. And I was kind of, you know, figuring out what I was going to do with this area. One thing is going to be these kind of rounded doorways. I really like the way it turned out. I'm not going to use these blocks, but these are just like fancy little curved doorways. And you can do that, like I said, with Architecture Craft, which is, this is the main block here. Super easy to make, just some iron, some sticks, and some other stuff. I think it's called, what's it called, a workbench? No, a saw bench. Saw bench. Grab that jazz. Really easy to make, nothing really special, but pretty cool nonetheless. You just kind of throw blocks in here. Then you can pull, you know, different blocks out. So if I wanted to make the arches, and this is what I was using here, I think it was these there, the diameter 4s maybe? Or maybe it was the diameter 3s, I can't remember. I think it's actually the diameter 3s that I'm using. And yeah, just build arches, man. You can make like round doorways, man. Just fantastic all around. But yeah, I am going to be using this. I think I'm going to use this one for like a weird floating pillar thing. Like the way it turned out. Pretty neat. You can make a tool for it too. So placing them is a little weird too. So go in here, kind of see, where's that at? My hammer, this one, Architect's Hammer. So you need to make one of these puppies, but then you can kind of rotate them. And you can also kind of, I guess, shift right click. Yeah, and that kind of flips them around and stuff. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, it's a little strange, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. Really cool mod, and I'm pretty sure it can use most blocks. I don't know if it can use everything, but I think it can use a lot of blocks. So going to be using that move board, like I said. I want to get to one more thing here, so let's go ahead and grab, I want mechanical user, because I know we have that. Let's go ahead and grab some glass, because I know we're going to need that. What else do we need here? I know we have some of those spears in here. I guess we only have one. Keep getting these from loot chest. What we're going to do is automate the killing of pink slime. That way, in the next video, we can get to our stonework factories and maybe some other stuff, which is what I'm thinking. So let's do that. Maybe mob farm automation and some other stuff, because we're in desperate need of that. But anyway, glass, this. I'm just thinking else. We're going to need like a fluid placer. And to do that, I think I need pallets for a placer, right? Let's check that real quick. What is it? A fluid placer from Actually Editions? This one? I don't know that one. It'd be this one. Yes. That there. And yeah, we'll need some pallets and one of those. Grab that, grab some, not pallets, lapis. We need to zap that. I know I broke my pressure plate, so let's go ahead and grab one of them as well. When I was kind of fooling around with this room here, I'll just use that as a placement block. This is driving me crazy too. I like it on a number of items, right? So do that. Anyway, let's head over this way. Here we go. This is where my reconstructor is, obviously. I guess I could just do that as well. That'll bother me. Let's do that. Let's do this here. All these two are going to get curved as well. I thought I was going to use slabs at first, but I was just like, nope, we're curving it all, man. Anyway, let's grab some wooden pressure plates. Pop that puppy right there. And then we can throw some pellets on. Oh, I just derped. Dagnabbit. I forgot I had the lens of color on there. Let's grab some more lapis really quick. I can change that back into lapis. This is just, it'd be like 15 steps before it gets back. And this time, let's actually pull off the lens of color. I don't know how many times I've done that, to be honest. But it's been way too much to really want to communicate. Well, let's head this way. And get into here. Do we have any crates in here? I could use one of those as well. Crate. And I need the fluid placer. Grab that jazz. Oh, that's not the right one. We want this one, right? Sweet. Then we'll want the actual fluid placer. There we go. And I needed one more thing here, a collector, right? So some of those range collectors, maybe one of them. That should be enough to actually automate this. If I wanted to do the smart, I would add fortune to this, but I'm not a very smart guy. Plus I know in time it's going to come in, right? I only need like 4, 5, 6, 7 of these to kind of get us going. You don't really need a lot of this stuff to get through the pack, to be honest, at all whatsoever. So I'm not really that concerned. But anyway, let's go here. Do that, I guess. Something like that as well. Then we can grab that fluid placer, right? Pop that puppy. Oh, we need a flat transfer node. Hopefully I have one of those there. Sweet. Kind of pop that on the tank. And just do that here. And that should fill up, right? It's going to fill up. Once it gets a bucket, it should place it. And then we need a mechanical user. Grab one of them. Pop that puppy right here. And probably encase the rest of this. Like that. Grab a emerald spear. Use it to upper left slot only. And I think we need left click. And I think entity works. So basically the way this works here. This pink slime every once in a while actually turns into a mob. That is called a pink slime. Just a little pink slime there. And there he is there. And once he spawns, they always hop for some reason. There we go. We actually got a pink slime there, which is pretty cool. And I can just use this and grab that. Maybe pop that right there. Sweet. And we also got a loot crate. But we got our first pink slime. And that's exactly what I want. So I'm just going to leave that and let it do its thing. Come back later and yeah, we'll have pink slime, man. But since we have the one, I think we can go ahead and make our first stonework factory and kind of show you what they're all about because they're really cool, man. Stonework factory. Sweet. And I guess we need that. We may need a bucket of lava as well. I don't know if I have that. Stonework again. There we go. We're going to need probably you as well. Awesome. Stonework. Can I do that? No, I can't. That? Sweet. That'll actually work better. I'm going to have to learn to do that. Just keep it on that side. Then just kind of keep it there. But anyway, do that. And we've got ourselves a maternal stonework factory. And let's kind of take a look at this thing real quick. Notice here it has a bunch of slots. It is really cool. And what it can do is, I don't think it actually shows you here. It shows you right here. It can make all kinds of different materials. So it can make stone. It can make bricks. It could do all that jazz. It could do gravel. It could do sand. It could do glass. It could even do dust. So we get into sieving and stuff like that. It could also even do silicon. You can kind of just make us tons of material that are very useful to us. It's going to make automation of sieving very simple. And that is kind of the plan for it. Plus, I'll also get us stuff like glass and silicon, stuff like that, just automatically. But we'll probably set that up in a future video. But I think I'm actually going to wrap this one up here. So yeah, we did pretty good progress here. We've got a full inventory system, and we get the progress going. So as always, guys, like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. I'll see you guys next video. Later.